Ever been in one of those situations where you had to make some extra side income, but you just don't have a lot of time to put into it? Trust me, I know. I have 8 kids, so I know what it's like to not have any time. I'm going to show you a system today that I developed called community cards. They generate me about $1,000 profit every time I put one out. And I'm going to walk you through the exact process that only takes a few days to really get everything set up and going. Now, disclaimer, my results can be totally different from your results. This is a business, and any business comes with some risk, but the good news is there's really no startup cost. You don't want someone else doing this in your area. It's going to make it a little harder. So the first person to do it usually is the one that wins. It's like a billboard that goes in someone's mailbox. And I know you might be thinking, oh, mail, that's so, but get that out of your head. I've been doing this for years. It works. And in a sea of digital crap, SEO upheaval, and tech stuff, the mail is a super reliable place to make money. Goes in people's mailboxes. It's like a little billboard that they pull out, and it's got room for 16 local businesses to be on it. You don't have to have any printing experience, mailing, none of that. I'm going to show you how to do all of that. And each side of it has 8 spots. It has room for 8 different advertisers, front and back. You only have to charge them about $150 to $200. It's up to you per spot, so it's very, very cheap. People love getting these things in the mail. Something in the mail that's shiny, that's glossy, that's big, and has all local businesses. People love local business. Businesses love to be on something that promotes local business. It is a win-win for everyone. I'll walk you through this entire process. Feel free to copy it entirely. There's nothing to buy. There's no catch. 25, single, side hoe, 80 years old, married, whatever. So here's my 48-hour plan of making a community postcard. The first thing is to pick the community. I call them community cards because you want like a small community. You don't want nothing big area. You may be familiar with it. It's called the 9x12 system. It's a big old postcard, and it goes to 5,000 or 10,000 people. I have a video on that up here. That's fine if you want to make thousands of dollars and put a lot of extra effort in, which is fine. But this is about hitting a small community. You're going to reach a really small area and target just that spot at a really low price point, so it's really easy to sell. You're going to pick most likely the area that you live in. That's probably what you're familiar with. So just think of, where do I live? What's a community? What's around maybe 2,500 people or so? I'll show you how to look that up too, don't worry. Where local businesses would think, hey, that would be nice to hit. So you'd be thinking, what are the little neighborhoods that a business owner would like to hit? I'm going to think of like homeowner heavy neighborhoods, nice middle to upper class areas, the nice parts, suburbia, places where if I was to talk to a lot of, let's say, home improvement agencies like windows and siding and roofers and HVAC and pool companies, what are the neighborhoods these businesses would like to hit? The reason I say that is because these are typically homeowners, not renters, people with more disposable income. It's kind of like a juicy area. Landscapers, lawn care, real estate agents, insurance, chiropractors. You just want to start thinking of what local business owners would want to hit which communities and pick those good communities. When I say communities, I mean like neighborhoods, like little areas of town within a small section, because you only want to do about 2,500 of these. That's what keeps the price really low, because you want to sell this thing really, really fast. That's how you're going to make that money quick. You don't want a business owner saying, I'll have to think about that. You want to tell them, hey, we're going to hit Deerfield Estates and Marcy Heights and all these lucrative neighborhoods or sections of town that you can think of. So they'll be like, yeah, definitely. I want to reach that area. You know, every roofer is going to want to be on there. An HVAC person, the lawn care, they're going to want to be on that. And if you can get this for a really low price, $150 to $200, there's no reason for someone to say no. You got to be a complete idiot. And there's a lot of stupid business owners out there, but a lot of them have little pea brains. But that's okay. If you can make this really, really cheap, they're just going to say yes, do it. And that's the whole point of this, is making money fast, really, really quick. You need that $1,000. So you've got your area kind of thought out. The next thing I would do is maybe spend a half hour, 45 minutes getting a list of businesses, just getting a quick list of all the businesses that I think would be good. Here's one that I've put together. Now you can see here, this goes out to my local community. I live in upstate New York. So I live in a place called New York Mills, and there's a neighboring village called Yorkville, so I call it that. Now, I can put one of these together at the neighboring town, too. You can do this many times over, and just here's a little community, here's another community. You can do these repeated every 2-3 weeks. You could do them every month. You could do them every quarter. It's up to you. But there's room for 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, same on the back. And there's a way that you can make them so they don't conflict with each other. I'll show you that. You even have some room on the middle. Sometimes on my cards, I put them on the middle too. I don't have one offhand that has that. So you can actually squeeze even more ads. It's a good amount of ads on it. Homeowners, they get this in the mail and they're like, oh, what's this? And it's got all local businesses. It's not junk mail. It's all local businesses. It's so easy for you to put together. Anyone can put this together. I'll even show you how to make the ads. I'll even give you the template. I'll give you this nice template for this here. This is a templated cards. This is a sample card. You can also get samples from me too if you want. All that information's down in the link below. Don't worry about that. You can check that out later. You could just pop the information in here. There's no crazy like graphic design needed. Everything is designed to just be really fast and easy to do. The first thing I would do after I figured out the community that I want to send to is figure out the businesses that are going to be on there. If you spend 45 minutes or so, half hour, maybe an hour if you're slower, you can do this on paper. You can do this on a spreadsheet. You can use AI to help. You can literally prompt AI to say, hey, give me 20 businesses that would be good to put on here, different industries. But think like, what kind of businesses would like to advertise on a card? And what would people like to get offers from? If you just think of home services, like things like siding and roofing and doors and replacement windows and kitchen and bath contractors, fencing, pest control, driveway sealing. Think about the seasons too. If you're going to do this in the early spring, if you're going to put this in the fall, think of what businesses might be hitting their prime seasons, what might be really good fits on there. Just come up with a good, I would say even come up with 20 different niches. A pizzeria, a burger joint, a taco place, a realtor, an insurance agent. You don't think a realtor is going to want to be on this card, like hitting a specific community? An insurance agent, a dentist, a boutiques, little retail shops, little sporting goods shop, a shoe shop. I mean, any of these businesses that serve that community are going to want to be on this card. You're making it so inexpensive for them that it's almost impossible to say no. And I'm going to tell you something really cool. You make it exclusive. You only let one business per niche go on it. You don't want to put 2 pizzerias. You don't want to put 2 roofers on there. That way, when you're presenting this to a business owner and they're maybe on the fence, you can tell them, look, I can only put 1. I'm not going to put 2 roofers on there. If you'd like to be on there, be the only roofer on here, do it. You're going to close that deal really, really fast. It's just going to make it really quick for those people that are just on the fence about it. Once you've got your businesses all together, I'd probably start thinking about what price you're going to charge. If you have a lot of businesses in your area, if you're in a dense population, you can drive up that price a little bit more. You can get $200, $250 per ad. But in general, you want to be maybe around $150 to $200. Somewhere in there is the sweet spot. If you want like no no's, do $150. If you want to get a couple no's and a little bit more hesitation, then go over $200. That's up to you. This is a real business. It's a totally real business, and you'll have repeat advertisers and happy advertisers, and you can sell them all sorts of other stuff. It's a real legitimate business. So it is up to you to charge what you want. But if you charge $150, you're going to make about, I think it's about $1,200 in profit. The printing, and don't worry about this, I own printing for supercheap.com. I own printing for supercheap.com, the cheapest printing in the nation for these type of cards. Big, thick, glossy, beautiful postcards, inexpensive, fast printing all across the nation. I'm just waiting on you. Looking at around like $1,200 all in for 2,500 of these sent out. At $150 a piece, you make about, I think it's about $1,100 or $1,200 in profit. And you get paid up front. The advertisers pay you. You put their ad together. I'll show you how. You get this thing printed with their money. By the way, if an advertiser wanted to do their own mailing, like this mailer, let's say, something like this for themselves, for 2,500 people, they'd be spending $2,000 plus to do this on their own. Mailings are not cheap. Postage is really expensive. Design, if there's a list involved, the process of designing, they might have to pay like a consulting, graphic design, pay a professional marketer, a mail house, get it printed. There's different kinds of stocks, and if they want it really nice, if they want the postcard big, you're spending for 2,500 homes, you're spending somewhere in this range of $2,000 to $3,000 to do their own mailing. So you're offering 2,500 mail pieces with all local businesses on it for only $150 instead of $2,000. Like, for many businesses, they can never afford thousands of dollars. Local businesses don't always have thousands of dollars to just go spend on marketing. It's already really hard with AI and SEO not working like it used to, and saturated Facebook ads. It's really hard to do marketing. For many businesses at the local level, they don't have big marketing budgets. They don't have $100,000 a month to spend on ads and see what happens. They have sometimes only a few $100s a month. This allows you to give every local business, from the very smallest ones, which are very rewarding, a chance to get in front of 2,500 people. And it's a really well-received piece. You send one of these in the mail, it's just well-received. Like, it's got nothing but local businesses on it. People get it. It's shiny. It's glossy. And they're like, wow, this is interesting. Oh, here's my favorite restaurant. Oh, here's a new restaurant in town. Here's a new taco place. Here's the new burger place. Here's the new pizzeria. Oh, I love this. Save this coupon. It's like super valuable. It's not junk. So it's just a huge win for everyone, especially you. So now that you've got your pricing down, you've got your community down, you've got a list of businesses, now you've got to actually go sell the ads. Don't be scared. The price is so low that it's just hard for a business owner to say no. And if I was in a real bind, I'd be getting this done in an hour or two and then start selling ads. I'd probably give myself a day and a half to sell out all of these ads. I think 10 ads in a day is totally realistic if you put a huge effort. First thing I do is I'd post on Facebook. Now, if you look at mine, they're blue and orange because that's the school colors. So if you have a strong school spirit or community, like typical color, you have banners around the community that they have colors they use, something that signifies, oh, this is for our village or our neighborhood or section of town. Use those colors. Just customize it however you want. I would take this template that I give you, I would modify it for your community, and I would post that to Facebook. And I would say, I'm putting this together. It's a postcard, something along these lines. I'm putting together the postcard that's just promoting all local businesses. No corporate chains, just local businesses. I would say, personally, I would post and say, are there any businesses you'd like to see on here? That's a kind of a secret sauce post, because you're not looking for people to advertise directly. You want to make this post saying you're doing this thing, and you can get people saying, oh, I'd love to see this business, this business. And you'll have friends, depends on how connected you are. People share it, or they say, hey, my brother owns this paving company. We want to be on it. This snow blowing company, this lawn care, this dumpster rental services. Oh, my sister's a realtor. Oh, hey, I'm an insurance agent. How do I get on this? You'll have people saying, friends that own businesses, tagging other people. And then you'll have people saying, well, I would love to see Rosario's Pizza on there. I'd love to see this place. And now you can go to those people and say, hey, I'm putting this together. So-and-so mentioned that they'd love to see you on the card. Is this something you might be interested in? That's all you have to say. Is this something you might be interested in? Or is this something that you might want to be on? You can Facebook DM them, Instagram DM, call, stop in. If you want to sell really fast, I would make a Facebook post, send a bunch of DMs, and I would go door to door. I'll be doing all those things. I'd be calling home services up and just saying, I'm putting this postcard together. It's going to this so-and-so community or this section of town. It's hitting all the nice homes. It's all local businesses, no chains. Is this something you might want to be on? That's all you say. I had to make sure my microphone wasn't turned off. Sometimes I hit that thing and it turns off. You don't say it's only $150. You can try that, and if that's your thing, give it a try. But I would suggest not saying that. When I sell these out, I don't usually say the price, because I want someone to just say, wow, that sounds good. Yeah, okay, how much is it? That's what I want them to say. I want them to respond and say, how much is it? It's good to keep that conversation flowing. Then you hit them with the cheap price. Oh, it's only $150. That's it. Something that they can't say no to. How can you say no? And some people will. There will be pea-brains that say no, I promise you. But as a local business owner, to say no to $150, it's like a penny. It's like a couple pennies. For marketing to go to 2,500 homes locally and be on this nice postcard and be the only industry on there, it is literally almost impossible for them to say no. Now, those of you that do 9x12s, I love 9x12 system. You make a lot of money. You make a ton of money. But I know some of you are thinking, well, oh my God, you're talking about these community cards and 9x12s. 9x12 postcards, these big boys, are $500, $600, $700 per space. It's harder. I'm not saying this is better. This is my favorite way. Community cards, and I've been saying this for many years, these are my favorite way to make money really fast. Or if you're starting out and you're a little hesitant, this is my favorite way. They don't make as much profit. If you're looking to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month, use a 9x12. But if you just want to get your feet wet, you want to just get things popping off, you want to make $1,000, $2,000, this is the way to do it. It's just easier. It's just easier to ask for $150 to $200 than it is for $400, $500, $600, $700. You'll just sell it faster. That's all. It's quick. You got to go community card. Why are you even in a spot where you need $1,000 that bad? I've been in that spot before. I think, someone's shaking you down. You can't let your spot. Oh, you know what, too? Ask these when you talk to someone. You should ask them, do they know someone else? You say, do you know anyone else that might want to be on here? They're going to know other business owners. One business owner might sell 4 or 5 other ones. It makes your life easier. The next step is taking payments. Okay, how do you actually take these payments? Some business owners are going to pay you in cash. Some are going to give you a check. Some are going to want to pay by a card, or if you have Venmo, Cash App, all these are great. Business owners use these all the time. Zelle. As a business owner, you should be set up to do business. You technically should have a business account. Go file a DBA, a sole proprietorship, and just get your business started. Call it something. I mean, you can do this for $20, $30 and become a legitimate business. You don't need a license. To my knowledge, there's no state in the USA, at least, that requires you to need a business license or anything to sell advertising. And I'm no tax professional, so ChatGPT it or talk to a tax professional. But in most cases, you don't have to charge sales tax on advertising. If they're not getting a tangible product, you likely will not have to charge sales tax either. So that makes it an even easier business structure to set up. You are just going to collect some money, a couple $100, $150 or so from businesses, and that's it. It's done. And that means all your expenses too. If you're driving around, deduct that mileage. Pens, there's so many business expenses that you can be deducting. Suddenly you're able to deduct stuff. And don't give me that crap about, I already take the standard deduction. That's different. You can still take the standard deduction and expense stuff for business. A lot of people don't know that. They think they have to do one or the other. No. You can take the business expenses. Get that mileage. Drive around and get the mileage. It's crazy what the IRS is paying right now. Make that money. Take those deductions. Be a big boy. Be a big girl. Now you know a little bit about this. I do want to talk a bit about picking the right communities. Really think in the minds of the businesses that you're talking to and where they'd want to reach. If you can rattle off some nice neighborhoods, if you've got gated communities or sections of town with the fancy names like Woodbury Hills, I'm sure you have some of those around. Name those off, because that's what's going to trigger, especially in home services or real estate or insurance agents. They want to know, oh, it's hitting this area, it's hitting that area. You might be able to make a fancy graphic. You've got the time. Go screenshot Google Maps and put them onto a graphic in Canva and put it together if you really want to get fancy and show people. But for $150, like, you don't have to go that extra, but it is something. You just want to be able to rattle off a couple nice areas to mention so that the business owner's like, yeah, I definitely want on this. You get one of these out too, they're going to see it in the mail. People are going to see it and say, how do I get on this? How do I get on this? How do I get on this? Which is great, because if some drop off, and some will, they'll say, I don't want to do this again for whatever reason, you'll have another person ready to take their place. Advertisers that fill really fast will be just home services, pizzerias, frozen yogurt, landscaping, house cleaners. Just ChatGPT this stuff and pick up my cheat sheet that's in the description below. It's totally free. Get the template for free. Plus, I give you my discounted printing rates. You can check those out. That's all in the description below. Go download that and have fun. You'll have this thing ready to go within no time. Let's talk about the design of the card. Some of you may be like, I don't know how to design. I'm not good at that stuff. Well, that's what Canva is for. Canva.com, canva.com. I'm not paid by Canva or nothing. You go on Canva. Here's my template. It pops the thing up. By the way, this card is 6.5 by 12. I love this size personally. You can do 6 by 11. For a long time, I did 6 by 11s and I switched to 6.5 by 12. I like 6.5 by 12s because they stick out. I'm trying to find another piece of the mail. I don't have, I thought I had some pieces of the mail. I don't. Things come in the mail, and if you stick this in with the mail, it will stand out. It stands up high and it stands out long. It's nice. I love it. And there's only about a $20 difference between going with 6 by 11 and 6.5 by 12, so I'd spend the $20. Big, thick, glossy, nice, beautiful, bright colors. I use 14-point cardstock. That's what we print on. UV gloss. It just looks so nice. It doesn't get dinged up in the mail. And you use a program called Every Door Direct Mail, by the way. It's really, really neat. It's by the post office, eddm.usps.com. That link's in there below, too. And you can just pick your areas. You just go to your neighborhood, put in your zip code or your address or your town name, and you just click around, and you can see the whole neighborhoods light up. And it shows you how much in postage, and it shows you when you get up to 2,500. It's really easy. That's how you pick that's how you pick the neighborhoods that you want to send to. You say, oh, this one here, and you click it, and it's $30 to send to that one. It's $40 to send to this. And by the time you're at 2,500, you've got a really nice little chunk of area that businesses are really going to want to hit, and it's easy. Then you just get them printed, and you bring them to the post office. There's a short process. I have that in my free guide as well that's in the link. But let's talk about the design. You go on Canva, on my template. You can make your own if you want. I love this design. Personally, I really love this design. I've been using it since 2018. I made a guide called Community Cash way back, if you guys remember it, tied in with my Facebook community group. And that's a great place to post too. Facebook local community groups and stuff. If they let you, post in there. 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. They're all the same. You don't have to make a custom ad from scratch. That's going to make this process way quicker, simpler for everyone. Same format, coupon on the top here. See those coupons? You put whatever deal they want to put on, 5% off, 10% off, 20% off. Just try to talk to them and say, can you put the best deal possible? I really want this thing to have value. Can you put a good deal on there? Buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one half off. Free appetizer. Free this, 20% off, $5 off every purchase of $10 or more. Things like that. You can ChatGPT that too and say, what offers are good for this industry, and come up with a bunch to suggest. Have it all the same format. Put their little logo up in the top of the coupon, because when they cut the coupon out, you want them to still show what business that's for. Sometimes people put these cards through and they don't do that, and then you have a coupon for 20% off. You don't remember who's it for. Put their little logo there. Then put their logo there. You can get it right off their website. You can hit background remover in Canva, and it'll take it right out too. But you don't have to. You can just screenshot it and paste it in here. It's really easy. Name of the business, address, any other little information you want to put. But you want these things all looking the same. This is what my card looks like that I sent to my community. See how it's got, they're all the same, but it's got little graphics, they're little logos. Personally, I charge extra if they want a custom ad here too. That's up to you. Like this realtor, they want a custom, their own ad that stands out. You can charge them more if you want. Sometimes you can put 2 coupons too on these. You can do that as well. Keeps the format looking similar. Someone gets it in the mail and they say, oh, this is interesting. That's really the thing you want, is someone getting in the mail and say, this is really interesting. It's all local businesses. There's no corporate chains. These are all businesses they might recognize over town. Auto detailing, tire shop, boutique. I have on here a candy shop, dog training, realtor, a gym, liquor store, auto mechanic, a restaurant, a gas station, a Chinese restaurant, a waste management service, frozen yogurt, a roofing business, and another little cafe lunch spot. Easy, easy, easy. You might want to put 2 of these things out if you've got so many people. You literally just click in Canva and you just type them in. If you're printing with me, I make sure that it's 100% USPS compliant, that there's no problems with printing. We check everything over. We even give it a glance for grammar and typos and things that you might have missed. And I'm the best deal that you can find for printing. So I highly suggest using me for printing, but really doesn't matter. Whatever gets the job done. Anyone can do it. I don't care how old you are or how young you are or how stupid you are. You cannot be that stupid that you can't put someone's business name into the text editor and type their name. You can't be that stupid. You don't really need to set too many expectations. If someone says saying what kind of response I can expect, just, I don't know. Say, I don't know. I'm sending this to 2,500 people. However many people respond, I can't. I'm not a magician. I'm not a crystal ball. I don't know. If you're on the fence about it, if $150 is too much, I understand. But I would really love to have a cafe on here. And if you'd like to be on there and not another cafe, go on there and see what happens. That's how you respond to that. You're not setting any crazy expectations. If they drop off after a mailing and say, I don't want to do this again, it's fine. You'll find another one. And then they're going to be pissed when you put this thing out and they see their competitor on there. And it's going to the community that they live in. All around them, you know, their business is located on Main Street, and everyone around there is getting this mailer, including them, and it's got their competitor on there. I love that feeling. And then they call you up there, and you're like, I don't know, you didn't want to be on it, so now I got another one. Realtors especially, they get so pissed when they see another realtor on there. Little jerks. You're just selling real estate. You got some hot real estate. Do you want on here or not? That's it. Sell this thing out, make that money. Is this junk mail? If you are not familiar with mail, you may not understand it, what a powerful medium it is. Sickening amounts of money are spent on direct mail. But I'll tell you, direct mail volume is down. It's low. The mailbox is less cluttered than it has ever been. Yet it is one of the most powerful mediums there are, and it's refreshing because it's not scrolling past an ad on Facebook. Imagine if you did this on an ad on Facebook, people just scrolling by. Even advertising on it at Google is getting really hard with AI, people not searching Google like they used to. People are so sick of seeing ads on their phone. It's just tiring. In the mailbox is a fresh experience. It's nice. It's glossy. It feels nice. It looks great. And it's all local. It's not junk mail. People love hearing from local businesses. You get a thing on there for restaurants and stuff, and you're going to save this thing. And it's portable. You might not want to look at it right away, but people get in the mail and they say, okay, let's not throw this out. I better save this. And it sits there, and then they see it over and over. Maybe they're not even interested in the realtor or the insurance ad, but they're interested in the pizza ad. And they see this thing over and over, meanwhile seeing the realtor 100 times. It's up on their fridge, and they see this realtor over and over, this mattress store or something, or a lawyer that you've got on there. They see it over and over and over. And now that business got a ton of repeated exposure because of the pizza ads and the taco ads. Business basics. I don't want to talk too much about this. I hit on it a little bit. You know, you're a sole proprietor. You can take money in your name. Take Zelle, take Venmo, take a check written out to you. You just probably won't be able to take credit cards. If you're selling 9x12s and stuff where you're in $500, $600, $700 space, you're going to need to be able to take credit cards. If you have some extra time, go set up a business banking account, free checking, get an EIN. That's free. That's like a social security number for your business. And then you can set up a PayPal or Square Up free credit card reader account and now take credit cards over the phone. You can swipe them. You can send people an invoice and they can pay by a credit card too. But really just take whatever kind of method, just get their ad done and get this thing out the door. On the postage side of it, like the mailing side of it, I don't want to get too technical. I have a whole guide that's in the description below and a link where I walk you through that process, but it uses a technique, a program called the Every Door Direct Mail, eddm.usps.com. It's this program that the USPS put in place in 2011. I started right when it started. It allows anyone without a mailing permit, you don't need a mailing permit, to just pick areas. You go on a map, it's really easy, and you pick an area and you just click. And it says, oh, this whole section, it costs this much. This section, this neighborhood costs this much. And you just go around clicking. It tells you how much. Then it generates some paper. You pay for it online, it generates some paperwork, and you put the mailing together. You can even have us do the full service mailing. A lot of people like Rachel and Dalton, you can check out their interview, which is in the link below. They have us usually fulfill. If you don't feel like fulfilling, have us do it. It's a small charge and you don't have to wait in lines. We ship it directly to them. And give you the receipts, give you photos of everything. Doesn't matter. It's a simple process, and it gets it into everyone's house within days. So when you print these, it's only going to take a few days really to print and get to you. You prep these things, you bring them to the post office, and they deliver them like the next day. And most post offices, they'll deliver these things the next day because you're doing the work. You're bringing it to the mail to the local post office, then they give it to the carriers, and the carriers just deliver it. Doesn't have to go through sorting, doesn't have a permit, doesn't have to go through different facilities or trucked around. They don't put barcodes, they don't ding it up. They literally just get it fresh and they put it in every home that's in that neighborhood. It's a really simple process. If this is something that you're interested, watch this too, which is Rachel and Dalton. They shifted from 9x12s to community cards, and I think they're on their maybe 10th community card. They have a really great interview that I did not too long ago that you can learn a lot from. They're in Montana. The only thing that you might want to spend some money on, one is buy a pack of samples. I'll send you a bunch of these. And if you really want one branded, I'll even print them branded to you if you want to be that extra fancy. And if you want to join maybe my elite program, which is a private Facebook group. You get a whole bunch of content and products and stuff, and it's a Facebook group that has a bunch of us that are doing 9x12s or community cards, this type of marketing. It's incredibly supportive. If you want to pick that up, you can be in that private group and you can ask all the questions you want. I'm very active in it. And believe it or not, I will answer your emails either way. Send me an email, send me a text if it's something you're interested in. If you've got questions, if you need pricing, I've got a whole staff of me and my minions here. And that's all we do is help local marketers and business owners. I just want to see you succeed. Pick up my free stuff, get a community card rolling, report back here and say, Jake, I did it. And now you could join my private Facebook group or whatever you're going to do. Spend it on your side hoe. It doesn't matter. I don't care.